Hi, I'm Mary Crowley, and this is Mostly Arts. Today I have as my guests the leaders of Rutland Neighbors. Ellie McGarry is Executive Director, and Linda Allen is Outreach Coordinator. Briefly, what does Rutland Neighbors do? It offers a warm place for people who are homeless or down on their luck to be warm, to have a meal, something to drink, and to connect with each other. It is a vitally important service in today's world. Ellie, you have something to read that one of the neighbors wrote.
Yes. So this person came in and shared his story with us. I was born in Hubbardton in 1957 and worked on the family's Hubbardton farm from a young age. By the time I was 8 years old, I was responsible for 100 cows, cleaning the barn, making sure the milk didn't get contaminated, and making sure the barn was ready for inspections. My father was always drinking and was strict and beat me if I didn't do exactly as he said. He beat me and my brother and sister as we worked in the barn. There were 11 kids all together, with the 3 of us who were the oldest and were the ones who worked in the barn, so we got beaten regularly, and the others didn't see that. We had injuries from his beatings. At some point, my grandmother had to sell the farm. She couldn't rely on my father because of his drinking, and he couldn't keep up the farm. When I was 13, we moved to Shrewsbury. The next year, I left home and never returned. I had a friend who lived on Water Street in Rutland, and for several years I lived there with him and also on the streets. I moved to Brattleboro with my first wife in 1979 when I was 21. I was seriously hurt in a bad car accident. My wife and I were just starting our family. We had an infant son, and I was so proud of him. Before the accident, I would walk him in a stroller around town, wanting people to see him and how proud I was of him. But on October 3rd, 1979, he died. He was just 8.5 months old. It was SIDS. I was devastated, and it still brings me to tears when I talk of it. My marriage fell apart. My wife asked for a divorce. This left me in a terrible state, so depressed. I tried to get help, to get counseling, but couldn't get the help I needed. At some point, Rutland Mental Health said I owed them over $1,000, and they wouldn't see me anymore. I was desperate and had nowhere to turn. I came up with a plan on how to get help. I stole something big so I could get put into jail. In 1980, I was sent to court before Judge Frank McCaffrey. He was a smart man and very kind. I told him what had happened, what I did. He asked what I'd like, and I told him to get counseling. He got me counseling while I was in jail. I told him I would never do anything like that again, and that I'd never have to come back to jail, and I never have. It was so good, there was someone who does care. Over the years, I have loaned, effectively just gave, money to my family members and extended family. There's my 10 siblings and then nieces and all. For example, I gave a niece my car when she really needed it, and when she no longer needed it, she just left it somewhere, even though it was still usable. Now I have an apartment, a room really, but for me, it's my apartment on Baxter Street with my fiance. You ask what I want people to know about me? That I'm honest, I say what I mean and mean what I say. I will not talk about something if I don't really know about it. For example, the homelessness situation. That's a huge problem, and I don't know how to solve that. I want people to know about the farmers' food market. I wear a VFFC hat because I've been a crop card ambassador with them, spreading the word about crop cash. You can go to the food shelf at Community Cupboard to get food, and you do the 3 Squares program getting a food stamps card. I can take that food stamp card and go to the farmer's food market and get $20 of crop cash for $10 worth of stamp card money. Another very helpful group is the Vermont Council on Aging. They help me by handling my money, and from they pay my bills like my rent, my credit card, and my phone bill. I have some serious health issues. I just got out of the hospital, and I have problems with diabetes and low blood sugar. I learned to read as an adult when I was 46 years old. Over the years, I've done all kinds of different jobs. My main job I did was construction work. I'd be building new structures or rebuilding places so that they would look like new. I've been able to tell my story a number of times before this. I was interviewed by the Mountain Times, And one time I went to the Vermont legislature in support of the Council on Aging, where they were applying for a grant. I enjoy being at Rutland Neighbors because everyone is friendly and talkative. Everyone has a story, some sad, some are good. I've come here today with friends.
All right. That's a testament to what you do. There's no question about it. The two of you do different things at Rutland Neighbors. Do you want to talk about your mission and what you do now?
So our mission is basically to share meals, provide a safe space, and assistance to people, and companionship for people in need. Anyone who walks through our doors is welcomed. We meet them where they are and help them feel valued and part of our community here in Rutland. And we are a community that is a ministry. And when I say ministry, it's regardless of what belief you may have, because it's universal. We here on this earth, we help those in the midst of those who need it. So it's not like it's Christian or not Christian or whatever. Whatever you believe is helping others, and with food, clothing, and just companionship. So that's
I think your outreach is faith-based. Jesus said, I was hungry and you gave me food. I was thirsty and you gave me drink. I mean, that's in the Bible.
Yes, but it goes beyond that. That's why I say it's universal, because it's not just Christian. We have people who come from the Jewish Center who help our neighbors. We have people who have just beliefs in whatever who come and volunteer and help us. So that's why I say it's more universal.
Right.
It's just, whatever belief you have, I believe people inside say, I just want to help others.
Right, exactly.
I want to help feed them. I want to help clothe them. I want to help give them what they need.
Right.
Yeah.
And Linda, what is your part?
I'm the outreach coordinator, so I'm able to field any kind of requests that come in from people if they need a coat, if they need money for an electric bill, any kind of needs like that. So I'm always running to find something in the back room that will help, like a razor or something like that. And I feel like part of my job is to kind of be a greeter and to get to know the people as they come in. I get to hear lots of stories just from the table that we sit at. Ellie and I both sit there. And so we're very lucky to actually be their cheering section or a place to let the people, somebody know that they're struggling and, see if we can help in any way. So that's basically my job.
So somebody might come in and say, I need a warm jacket.
Yep.
So if there isn't a warm jacket that day, you'll be on the lookout.
That's right. I have a little list, like a wish list, and like we're looking for a lot of boots for people. So I've got everybody's name and their size, and if something comes in, then I'm able to give that to them, and that works out really well. So yeah.
And so you're aware of what's come in and what's been put kind of in that small room.
As best I can.
Right.
We have a lot of stuff that is already out. We have like a clothes closet in the building.
Right. Why not talk about that? What's there?
Okay, we have everything from sometimes blankets, even curtains or tablecloths, all the way up to heavy coats. We have a bunch of socks that people just can go through and take a couple pair when they need them. And socks are a big deal because your feet get wet. You can't, if you don't have any place to store things, you're going to need socks. So we give out, I think, more socks than anything else. We have lots of clothing, and we get beautiful donations of really terrific items. And so people get excited. Oh, did you get new things? And they'll go through the closet and look for something that will fit them, and that works out really well.
And it seems to me, from the times that I volunteered, that donations of clothing of different kinds continue.
Yes, yes.
Now, especially warm clothing now.
Yes, that's the thing that we really need. That and boots. We need warm stuff because...
the boots go, I noticed.
Yeah.
They come in and I put them out and then they're not there.
That's right. Yeah, that's exactly right. So, yeah.
Okay. Where are you? What are your hours? Want to talk about where you operate?
We are at 60 Strongs Avenue, which is the old Mincer building, if people know that.
Okay.
Right across from Gill's. And we are open from 9:30 to 12:30 every day, Monday through Thursday. We're not open on Friday or on the weekend. And people seem to be able to find us. We're in a pretty good location because we're, just up from Walmart, so it's easy to get people there.
Okay. Who provides the food, the drink, the clothing?
Well, I have to say, our community is amazing because we get many, many donations of clothing, pantry items. It's just wonderful, the things that we get. So,
It is.
and then we also have a few churches who take up offerings on their
Right.
different Sundays that
Yes.
they operate.
Yeah, Grace
And-
Congregational Church, we
Yeah.
do.
And they send us money that will help support Linda and what she gives out. So sometimes people come in, they need a gas card for a medical appointment. So she's able to go get gas cards to give to people so they can get to their medical appointment. Some have to go to Dartmouth, some have to go to Burlington, depending on what their needs are. We help people get their IDs so that then they can get a job and they can get housing, because you can't get job or housing unless you have an ID. And sometimes they don't have an ID, or it got lost or stolen or whatever. So we help people with IDs. We help people get their birth certificates so that they can get their ID. So
Amazing.
so we do a lot of things like that. We partner sometimes with other organizations. So if somebody needs something, they'll say, well, can you help fund this? And we'll fund part of it. So we'll do things like that too with other organizations. We have a lot of other organizations that come into
Who
our
are
building.
some of those organizations?
Yes, so we partner with the Troll House, forget where they're located, Middletown Springs?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And we partner with the Vermont Department of Health comes once a month and gives vaccines to our folks, which
amazing.
is wonderful. We have Project Vision, so their community outreach team, which involves mental health, Turning Point, and the Rutland Health Partners that used to be the free clinic. They come every Wednesday morning and every other Monday morning. And so they're able to provide health care and counseling and so forth to people. Rutland Mental Health actually comes every day and checks in with people and they see if there's any needs.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's wonderful, the partnerships that we have with people in our community. that
So
come and
if
help.
I am severely depressed, can I talk to somebody?
Yes, so we have people come in. And also we have, I didn't mean to miss them, but Chelsea, I'm trying to think of the
homeless
name.
prevention.
Homeless prevention, sorry, went right out of my
Right,
head. She comes once or twice a week and helps people find housing. So, so we do have people that
So
come in.
some of them have enough money to get an apartment?
Well, some of them get Social Security, and then they can get
Okay.
subsidized housing, like Sheldon Towers or whatever.
Okay, all right.
So yeah, she helps them get in that. So if they have a disability, and a lot of our folks do have disabilities,
Mm-hmm.
she can help them get housing, if there's any housing available. Housing is, as everybody knows, is a
Right,
huge
it's a
issue.
terrible problem.
So people are on waiting lists to get into housing.
Okay, and in the meantime, some of them are living in tents?
Yes, so we have given out tents and so forth, and we also are giving these out.
Right.
So let me
Yes.
show you this. This, folks,
This is amazing.
is amazing. So it snaps together, and for people that are living outside,
Got it.
this is a very, very warm coat that is waterproof
With a hood.
and has a hood, and it comes right up around the face, and it velcros together, so there's no buttons that are going to fall off. There is no zippers that are going to break. It has huge big pockets so people can put stuff in it, and they can wear it during the day, and then at night there's part from the inside comes down and turns into a sleeping bag, and it's very, very warm, and it's
Waterproof.
wonderful. It's waterproof, windproof. We've given a few of these out already. There's a place in Detroit that makes these. They hire homeless people to make them. We've already given out 11 of them this last week, which we got donations for. And people were so grateful. Some were in tears. They were hugging us. They're like, I'm going to be warm.
That they're not going to lose their sleeping bag because they're wearing it.
That's right. That's the
Somebody
big
was
thing.
very clever.
And it's not going to get wet. So people that are living in tents, I can't tell you how many times someone comes in and says, I woke up this morning and everything was wet. My sleeping bag, my blankets, everything. And they have no place to dry it out because they have no finances to go to a laundromat and do that.
Right.
So, things like this are going to keep people warm and help them survive the winter.
That's quite wonderful. All right. The volunteers. You can't operate without volunteers. Who are they? What do they do? When do you need them? Anything that has to do with volunteers.
Well, our volunteers are, they come from all over. I would say they come from all over Rutland County and beyond. We have people who come as far from Paulet, they come from Dorset, they come from Bethel. Yes. And we have a lot of people who come from around the city. Many of them who are retired, but what they do is they come in, and we also sometimes will take school groups. So we've had the Rutland High School Yes Plan come and spend time. We've had them come when they're doing their global initiative, and they've come and spent time. And sometimes we have parents who have kids on school vacation, and they'll come in and bring them in and volunteer. So it's such a community. I can't tell you how wonderful it is. But what they do is they help prep the food for our meals. They help check in our clothing donations, our pantry donations, and then stock our shelves. They put the clothing out. They put the stock our pantry shelf. They help clean up after the end of the day.
Because the place where the people eat their meals is also a worship space.
Yes.
So that has to be cleaned up.
Yes. So on Thursday afternoons, what we do is we take everything down, put everything away, and then we turn it back into the Rutland United Methodist Church for Sunday. And then on Sunday afternoon, we convert it right back into our space. So yeah, it's wonderful. And people come in. We need people who serve coffee, make coffee. We have people who serve the meals. It takes a lot of wonderful volunteers to make this place work.
Yeah. You provide food, drink, clothing, and we have all these food items here now. How about talking about why you need these items?
Well, this holiday, we're going to be giving out holiday bags. We'll be closed a couple of extra days, and so we want people to have some food, including goodies, like candy or granola bars, lots of things. So we're gathering all of this so that we can do bags for each person. So we'll be doing like 200 bags of all these goodies. And
do you want to mention what they are?
Sure. I actually have a list. There's cereal, and the cereal we really want to have is a sweetened cereal. It's much preferred. They don't have to find sugar somewhere because it's already pre-sweetened. So that's on the list as, sugar cereal. Snacks of various types, as you can see, from granola bars to candy to pudding, which is down there, and fruit cups. Toilet paper is not a snack, but we do need that. Juice, large bottles of juice, which everybody really loves. I think that's something that people will really like. Peanut butter and jelly, chicken, canned chicken, and canned Vienna sausage, and I don't know what ham, bread, and mayonnaise, so that they can use that for their sandwiches. And so it provides several meals for people over the weekend.
And you said, we talked before, that some people have the means to heat canned stew.
Right. Yes, that a sterno
Canned soup.
can. Yeah. Sterno cans. Sometimes there's a little outdoor heaters that use propane that they have, or they might have a camp stove. We do have people that have asked for pots and pans so that they can heat over whatever source they have. All of this stuff does not have to be heated, so that if they can't heat it, at least they have something
Okay.
nourishing to eat.
But I'm thinking, I mean, the temperature was 0 on my thermometer this morning. And to not be able to have a hot meal, I mean, just to be able to heat some canned stew would be a treat.
Yep. Yes, it would be. I think many of the people have figured out a way to keep
Okay.
warm things up. A little fire,
Okay.
put it next to it.
The cereal, you need milk for cereal.
Yeah, the shelf-stable milk is not out here, but that will be part of what we'll be giving out.
We've already received enough shelf-stable milk for our holiday bags.
Okay, good.
So we didn't put that
All
out
right.
there, but,
All
and
right.
also socks is another thing. We've had a big donor come in and give us enough socks to be able to give everybody a pair of socks.
That's wonderful.
For the holiday bags, but we always need socks, so.
Okay, all right, especially in the winter, right?
Yep.
All right. You were able to offer 2 meals a day, and you were able to stay open for longer hours. What happened?
So this summer, in June, actually, we got notification that we would not be receiving a large grant that we had gotten from the state and a relatively large grant that we've gotten from the federal government before. So we lost about $250,000 out of our budget for the yearly budget. And so given that, we had to say, what are we going to do in order, so we were open 6:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., offering a day shelter for people to come and get out of the elements, whether it be hot or cold, and we just couldn't afford it anymore. And we were serving breakfast and lunch, a hot breakfast and a hot lunch. So what we had to do was cut back. So we said, what can we do to cut back? So at that point, myself and our bookkeeper decided we would volunteer and not get paid anymore. And the other 3 individuals, which is our outreach coordinator and our data coordinator and our kitchen manager, they continued to get paid through with either somebody donated enough to keep them going, or we had a grant to continue funding them through December 31st. So right now, we cut back our hours from 9:30 to 12:30. And offered like cereal when they come in the morning, first thing, and then that kind of tides them over till we get our lunch going, and then we serve
At 10:30, right?
at 10:30, and then we serve a lunch until 12:30 till
And
we
that's a
close.
hot meal.
And that's a hot meal.
Right.
So we've kind of had to reorganize ourselves. But as of December 31st, the only person who will continue to get paid is our kitchen manager cook. So the rest of us will be volunteering our time until we can
Okay.
get our feet under us again and
Right.
get up and running.
Right.
And our long-term goal is to find a different place to be located so that we can, we've really outgrown the place with the number of people. We're
Right.
serving
Yes.
between 100 and 120 people a day. And so,
So do they come in shifts?
yeah,
No.
they come.
They do?
They come
They pretty much
at different
know?
times. Yep, they come at different times between 9:30 and 12:30, and we have everybody who comes in give us their name so that we can put them on our list so we know how many people we're serving.
Okay.
And so our long-term goal is to get to a bigger place where we can offer more services and be open maybe 7 days a week, because people
Okay.
are hungry and cold
Right.
7 days a week,
Right,
not just 4 days a
exactly.
week.
Yes, that would
But
be
right now,
wonderful.
given the location that we're at, we're kind of restricted to just keep the 4 days a week. So that's our long-term goal, and we hope that someday we will get there.
And there will be a ballot item.
Yes, so we are going to, right now we're collecting about 600 signatures from Rutland City voters so that we can be put on the March ballot.
Okay, and your email addresses are there. The phone number is there under your names. And the website, which is fantastic website, rutlandneighbors.org. It's easy.
Yes, it is easy.
Yeah.
And also we're on our Facebook page, so if you
Ah,
want to find
okay.
us, we're on Facebook too,
Right.
as Rutland Neighbors.
Right.
So just look us up.
Right. Who is on the staff besides the two of you?
So it's, we also have Kelly Major, who is our kitchen manager cook. She's fabulous.
Yes.
And she takes whatever donations she can get and makes fabulous meals for our folks. We have Rob.
I'll just interject. I was in the kitchen, and there were two neighbors helping, and we were putting things into boxes. Anything that has to do with an Italian meal went in one box. Soup, another box. Fruit, another box. In other words, they were categorizing. And one of the men said to me, without this place, I would have committed suicide a long time ago.
We hear that a lot.
Yeah, we do.
hear a lot about if it wasn't for us, they would have, just perished.
Given up, right.
Because we keep them warm, we keep them going, we give them food, we give them necessities. We have a phone charging station where 12 phones can be charged at one time and
12,
locked
yeah.
so that they don't get, missing or whatever.
Right.
There's a lot of little things we do that just keeps them going.
Foot warmers,
Yes.
hand warmers.
Yes, that's right.
Huge this time of year.
Yeah.
They're huge.
Right. Now, you mentioned Kelly, Rob,
Yeah, and then we have
Lori.
Rob McGarry, who's our data coordinator. He also manages the pantry for us and, manages things that, up in the kitchen a little bit to help with folks coming in and out of the bathroom so that we can make sure everybody gets what they need and everybody's in line, so to
Okay,
speak.
all
So
right,
it's good.
all right.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's stationed there.
yeah, he's stationed there.
As they're going up to the bathroom. Then Lori.
And Lori is our bookkeeper. So she helps me stay organized as far as everything goes financially and so forth for
And
the
me also.
organization. And her also.
Okay,
She helps us a lot.
Yeah.
She keeps us on.
okay, we have a minute left. What would you like to say in this last minute?
I would like to say if you are out there and you're watching this, come by, say hi, donate what you can. We're always accepting donations, food, clothing, whatever you can do. And help support us in any way that you can. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful place. If you just don't know what we do, stop
It is.
in and just say
Yes.
hi.
The vibes are good, no
Yes.
question.
Yes.
It's a real community.
It is. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you for inviting us.
Yes.
You're welcome. And thank you for watching.